Hey, don't ask me how I am. I got Frank Merriwell finish. Oh, my goodness gracious. Would you believe I wiped out the left-hand side of my car on the way to the studio? This is true. I got acquainted with the lug nuts of a very large tractor. I'm Bruce Williams. Stick around. This is Talknet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, one of those things, and I mean, I really can't, I don't know, fault the other guy, fault me. It was one of these deals where 3 lanes of traffic are merging into one because of an accident or some damn thing up ahead. And I clearly felt I had plenty of room to pull in front of this guy, and he kept right on coming. And all of a sudden I heard crunch, crunch, crunch. Left side of a Lincoln became history. Well, that's what keeps body shops in business and insurance companies happy or unhappy. I mean, they're unhappy when you have accidents, but if there weren't any, then there wouldn't be any insurance companies. And naturally, since my car is over 3 years old, taking my own advice, I have no collision insurance, so I'll have to write the check for this one. But nobody was hurt. That's the important thing. What the hell difference does it make? Anyhow, it was very, very close getting here. We made it by about, what would you say, Tina? Minute and a half, something of that order? Yeah, that ain't bad. I would compliment the New Jersey State Police. The guys, they were very cordial. I mean, you know, didn't make a big issue out of it. Fill out the form. Okay, come on down, pick it out. Very well-spoken young men. How do you quarrel with that? Well, I mean, it's a hell of a note when you look out your window and you see lug nuts. I mean, that's how high that guy's. I mean, that's how big those wheels were. Gee, Merry Christmas. Oh, well, what a way to begin the new year. My number's 800 from anywhere in North America, 800-743-8000. 800-743-8000 get you here from all 50 states, the provinces of Canada, as well as a good portion of the Caribbean and Central America. So no excuses. And by the way, what is this, an open line? No, I'm insulted. Anchorage, Alaska. Hello there. Welcome to Talknet. All right, Tina, you better push the right button, baby. Anchorage, are you there? One more time. Anchorage? First I wrecked my car, and now we're having trouble with the phones. Now, I mean, ladies, put Anchorage on hold. Try what? Lancaster, California. We can look closer in. Lancaster, are you there? Am I opening them? Clearly. I mean, you know, I don't mind being insulted, but yes, I'm pushing the right buttons on my end. The problem is on your end, ladies. I'm not sure what you're doing in there, but I'll do a monologue of some sort. I mean, you know, I can see this as being one of those days. First of all, I have a car wreck coming in. That's for openers. Then I decide, well, I took my own advice and no insurance, and now the stupid telephones don't work. We could go to tape, I suppose. That would be our next little venture. Tell you what we're going to do. What the hell? This is live radio. We're going to go to a commercial. If the commercial doesn't work, everybody in the control room is fired. We get back, this damn thing better work. I'm Bruce Williams. Stick around. This is Talknet. Well, the great experiment continues. Now, if we push the button and nothing happens, Wilkesboro, Pennsylvania. He's still on hold. Well, why is he still on hold when I'm pushing buttons like crazy in here? Would you explain that to me, please? Well, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to have to do is put a tape on until we can find out what our technical problems here are. So if somebody in the control room hopefully has a tape queued up, we're going to be able... Otherwise, George, have you got any ideas what we're going to do here? I mean, this is high-tech stuff.
What is it, you can't take a call?
No, we can't take we are live right now, so I mean, we don't want to shock anybody with any kind of informal language. I mean, this is silly. This is really ridiculous. Oh, my goodness gracious sakes. Do you have an emergency cart that you could put on? Oh, my goodness gracious sakes alive. This is real big-time radio we got going here. Now, I'm going to push both of these buttons real hard, and I'm going to try one more time. How about Niagara Falls? Are you working? Nope, Niagara Falls doesn't work. Alrighty, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. We're going to blow up this equipment. It's your turn. Alrighty. We are having our problems. As I told you, the gremlins, the icicles have got into the mix. Now, unfortunately, we haven't been able to figure out quite what the problem is. So... in the next half hour, unless we're able to get things back in order, we're going to put a little tape up. You know, this is a nice, maybe the bad thing, depending on your point of view. about this kind of radio. It's live, it's unrehearsed, and when we make mistakes, all of our pimples and all of our glitches show. I kind of figured it'd be this kind of a day. When I started out for the studio earlier, as I mentioned, I went through the toll gate, and there was a ton of traffic where there never is any traffic. Well, the problem was there was an accident up ahead. Everybody is squinching to the left, like 3 lanes into one of those numbers where there's only supposed to be 2 lanes. Well, I did my squinching like everybody else, and unfortunately, I got very well acquainted with the front half of a big old tractor trailer. Amazing what one big wheel on a tractor trailer can do to the side of your car. I mean, and then when we're talking about, high speed, like a 1/4 mile an hour, something of that order. Happily, part of the thing was the car is perfectly drivable. And I figured, well, we'll get to work on time. Got here, with at least an hour and 15, hour and 20 seconds to spare. That worked out okay. We get in the studio, and Tina's got that gorgeous smile on as usual. Sheila's happy. She has a friend here that is visiting her for the week, so everything's cool. We do our monologue, push the button, and what happens? Nada. Absolutely nothing. So they say, well, Bruce, you can go in there and do a 1-hour monologue, or we can put a tape up. Well, I think maybe, unless we get our little problem solved in the next hour, or next minute or so, we'll put a tape up, and hopefully in the second hour we'll have our problems resolved. See, it used to be we had 4 or 5 studios to work with here. We could just zip into another studio. But Bill Lally has come in and has told us that maybe, just maybe, the other studio is no longer wired for sound. It's used for rock and roll. And since I don't do much rock and roll, we do a little rocking, but not much rolling around here. So in any case, I do offer my apologies to all the stations down the line, but hey, you guys have had it happen to you on occasion. That's what live radio is all about. It is indeed. What else can be said? Well, I mentioned earlier, but I want to mention it again because, I'm critical of people when I think criticisms are deserved. In this instance, I thought the New Jersey State Police were really, really right on top of things as far as they were all young. Oh, God, do they look young, those kids. They were young, but they were very, very efficient, very pleasant, very polite. Got traffic moving, got me out of the way, got the trucker on his way, and all that good stuff. So at least something good came out of it. So we're going to see what happens here. Either way, you'll get something fresh and new in about 2 minutes. Thanks for understanding. I'm Bruce Williams. This is Talknet. All righty. The technician of technicians, George and Bill, together holding hands. Tell me it's going to work. Everybody cross their fingers. Fingers appropriately crossed. Eddie Wilkesboro, are you there?
Hi, Bruce. How you doing?
Well, don't ask how I'm doing. Say hello, Bruce. I hope you're feeling well.
Hello, Bruce.
Say it's Monday. Say it, but don't ask me how I'm doing.
I hope you're feeling well, and I'm sure that things will go better from here on out.
Jesus, I'll tell you something. If I was flying today, I'd cancel the flight.
I don't blame you. I would too.
I would fly. I wouldn't fly with me on a wager. Yeah, I appreciate your child's comments there.
Yeah, let me see if I can't set him down here for a second.
Let's talk.
Okay. Like you, I was in an accident. Just on Christmas Eve, I was in an accident on my way to relatives' homes. It was a hit and run, unfortunately.
Why did you run away?
I did not.
Oh, you weren't the guy that ran. All right.
Yeah, I did not. I was thankfully not seriously injured. My car was badly damaged. The next day, doing some detective work on our own, we went out and we believe we found the automobile that hit me. We took down the make and the model and the address, and we found out who drove it, and we gave all that good stuff to the police department. And I got we'll call you when we know something.
Lovely.
And it's 2 weeks later, and either they don't know anything, or they haven't been able to find me. And the only thing that has me concerned is the longer I wait, the more afraid I am that the person that may have done this, I don't know that he did.
Well, what makes you believe that this was the car? Let's start with that.
All right. Well, because I got a pretty good look at the car that did hit me.
Yeah.
The type of paint is on both my car and on his car, or her car. And
did the police do any checking at the time?
Well, they took a quick ride around the neighborhood at the time, but they didn't find anybody.
They didn't look at the car?
No.
But you found the car, you said.
I found the car because...
Well, you found the car. Let's leave it at that.
All right.
Did the cops come out and look at that car at the time you found it?
No.
Why not?
They have said that they went there, it wasn't there once, they haven't gotten back to it, they've been busy, and I'm afraid it's going to get fixed.
Well, of course. I mean, you could just have the paint buffed off, it could be fixed, and who knows?
And, I mean, I've even gone to the point where I've called some friends on the police force and have said, can you see what you can do? And it's, well, we'll get to it, we have your number, we'll call you, and...
Yeah, you don't have very close friends, I
no.
can see that.
And it's very frustrating, I mean, I understand they don't have the time to look for it on their own, but...
Well, you have the right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you also have the exposure. If you do this, you can swear to warrant for hit and run.
Okay.
If you believe that this is the person that did it, it doesn't take a cop to do that. Any citizen can do that.
Okay.
If you are mistaken, you could be vulnerable.
All right.
How much damage to your car?
Well, it's an older car.
How much damage?
I would say body damage and a wheel, like a back quarter panel and a trunk. Dollar figure maybe about $500-700, maybe up to $1,000.
All right, so it's not a whole lot of damage.
No, and it is an older car, and it's not like I carry collision on it. But it's also a principal type of thing.
I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
Well, you better move. I think you have to move very quickly.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's going to disappear.
All right.
I'm surprised it hasn't disappeared already.
Yeah. I'm not sure that it hasn't. I feel frustrated because, I feel as if...
Well, if you know where they live, then, obviously. I go back, if the car is still damaged, as it is now, and there's residue of your paint on there, you have a right to swear to warrant. You can issue a warrant for hit and run to yourself.
Okay.
You should do that.
All right.
And then, but you realize that you do so at some jeopardy.
Yeah.
I wish you well, my friend.
Thank you.
I'm Bruce Williams. Stick around for more. This is Talknet.